Hey, it's Joe and Mel with the Strong Family Project, back with another Q&A. And this one comes in from David, who asked an amazing question, which is, how do you encourage children to make good choices while also showing you trust their judgment? And so you're not undermining and micromanaging them, but you're also making sure that the choices that they do make are proper.
The first thing that comes to mind for me is having a foundation of core values in your family. They need to learn where to make those judgments from. So if you have those core values set in your family and you're consistent with them and you're always trying to role model embodying those values, I think the kids will automatically start to make decisions based on those values that are set in your household. That is the foundation.
That's a good overall strategy for David. So it's defining what your family stands for, which helps them set their goals. Now, a tactic, something that you can do quickly, we also want to provide some value for you there, is that you accept a wide variety of good. You know what you want them to do, and if they're coming close, you let that go a little bit. You don't want to burn what's called relationship capital. We had a whole episode on that, to correct something like that. You might use it as a little teaching moment after the fact. And so it also depends on the age of your kids, but if they are close to what you assume is the path, those aren't things that you usually want to burn on. If they're going the wrong direction and you want them to go this direction, that's where you do step in and show them why that other direction would benefit him or her.
And I think if they've already made a decision and maybe you weren't super pleased with it, having the culture in your family to be able to come together, sit down and discuss it and hear them out, because maybe they had a really good reason for what they chose. And the better you understand where they came from, the easier it will be, I think, moving forward to either correct it or try to have that constant gentle pressure of pushing them in a way that you might want them to go. But hearing them out, because sometimes we make assumptions that aren't true on why they made a decision.
It's funny. We've gone over the gamut here in just 2 minutes. The full big picture strategy right down to little tactics. I want to give you one more tactic, David, because this one depends on the culture you have in the family. If you can bust chops a little bit with the kids, this one works well. Ask better questions by explaining the result of that decision. And I'll give an example. If we're talking about you want to do some family exercise together, you could say, hey, do you want to do some family exercise together? That's a very vague question that leaves that up for their interpretation. Or you could be more honest with it and say, hey, do you want to do some exercise? Or do you think doing some exercise with us would benefit you more than sitting on the couch for the next half hour? What would you like to do? And yes, they roll their eyes because they get it, but that is honestly the choice. And sometimes they don't see the other side of the choice. They just see, I get to sit on the couch. They don't understand trade-offs. They don't understand opportunity costs. So these are valuable opportunities to explain to them, a little bit of a smile on your face some ways. Hope that helps, David. Thank you for asking the question.